Hey guys, it's Jeff from Retro Rare and Rad. Today I want to talk a little bit about picking Apple products. I've been an Apple fan going way back. A lot of my friends consider me an Apple fanboy because I buy just about every Apple product that comes out. I've got a lot of old stuff. I had a pretty good collection of old vintage Apple computers and things like that. But recently I've sold a lot of that off, and I continue to do that. And I thought you might learn something or be interested in, what kind of Apple products sell, maybe a few tips on how to do it. Just one example to start with, I decided to sell my first generation iPhone. I happen to have it in the box. It's a 4 gig, first generation that came out. Pretty good shape. Little scratched up. It's got a bit of a scratch. I don't know if you can see that. Bit of a scratch on the back, but decent condition. Decided to put it up for auction, and I had probably 25 watchers on it, a lot of bids, and it sold for $146 plus $15, I think it was, or $12 for shipping. So that was a lot more than I expected to get, but not really surprised that there was a lot of interest. Um, that's 146 bucks. You can almost buy a new iPhone for that. So, I was very pleased with that. So I thought I'd share with you a couple of tips about how to buy and sell Apple products that might help you in your picking business. So here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is a tool that I use to research any Mac or Apple products. And that's a tool called Mac Tracker. And it's available as a free download. And what Mac Tracker is a database of just about any Apple product that you can think of. So if I find something on Craigslist, let's say it's an iBook, I can just quickly type in iBook, and it will come back with a list of all of the products that meet that name. So here I selected what I think it is. It's a clamshell iBook laptop, and Mac Tracker has all of the detailed information about that particular product, what kind of software it runs, what memory and graphics it should have, really everything I need to know about that product. The other thing I like about this is a lot of times on Craigslist, the description will not provide you a lot of information about the computer. So what I can do is contact the seller and get the model number and just type that in. And so let's say here I have a M4984 model. I can type that in. It tells me that it's an iMac, gives me all the specifications about that particular model and everything I need to know. So that's a great tool to use, and I can go research that model, find out what it's worth, and really know whether that's a good deal or not. So this program has just about everything you need to know about all products, not just computers. It has all Apple devices, iPods, really any device that Apple has made over the years. So this is a tool I would highly recommend you pick up if you are going to be buying and selling Apple products, and that's Mac Tracker. So another thing to look out for is laptops. The problem with laptops is that they're still very expensive. Like I said, they hold their value, and a laptop that's 3 or 4 years old sometimes goes for $300, $400. So it's very difficult to find a good deal, but sometimes you get lucky. I actually have this older iMac G3. Sometimes it's referred to as the toilet seat Mac because it kind of looks like a toilet seat. But really cool design. They come in different colors, and this one I found for $10, and it still works. It's in great shape, really great shape, and this one happens to be a model that's pretty desirable. So these, I'll get $100 easy on this, maybe $120, and so keep your eye out for those. Like I said, they're hard to find sometimes, but if you see one and it's a reasonable price, pick it up. Even if it's broken, in fact, that's probably where you're going to get your best deals. Somebody has an old Mac, it just doesn't work, pick it up if you can get it for a good price, because people buy them, they part them out, they repair them, and they're still worth something. So one of the other things I look out for is old Apple manuals. they're actually pretty valuable as well. I have a set of them here that actually came with the computer that I bought. This is a Macintosh System Software User's Guide. These things are really well put together and nice manuals, and are still very desirable. People collect them and use them with their old systems. This manual's $30. The computer that I bought it with was $70, and it had a stack of manuals with it. Here's another one, a Macintosh Plus Owner's Guide. Again, a really nice manual with illustrations and that. This one I'm getting $25 for. So another item that you want to keep in mind is these Apple keyboards. I mentioned these in another video that I did earlier. This one is the Apple Extended keyboard. There's the original Extended, and then there's one called the Extended 2. These have the old, they're called Alps mechanical keys, and very desirable. People want these keyboards just because of the way they sound, and they're real heavy duty. They last forever. So if you see those, pick them up. They can go anywhere from $30 to $100, even more if they're in like new condition. Now the other thing to keep your eye out for is iPods of any type. I really like to find the older ones. I have one of these old, real fat iPods, and if you can get them cheap, they're valuable. People collect them. People are looking for them. One thing to keep in mind is the battery life on these. If the battery's dead, you got to get them. Somebody has to take them apart to replace them. Sometimes the disk drives go bad on them. So if you can verify they're working, great. If they're not working and you can get them cheap, they still can be sold. There's also repair services where you can mail them in and get them fixed and sent back to you. In fact, there's a company called iResQ, I-R-E-S-Q. You can find them online, and they have very reasonable repair prices. They make it real easy to ship it in, get it repaired, and sent back to you. So if you can get something real cheap, like for instance this one, I got it for free from a friend, and $20. I had the battery replaced on it, brand new battery, works like a charm, and now it's probably worth $50, $60. I'm going to keep it just because it's cool. But eventually, if I did want to sell it, I could make some money on it. So the other thing to keep in mind is chargers. If you can find Apple chargers, they still sell. There's some value in them. It's funny, you go to a flea market or a thrift store and you see just piles and piles of these chargers. They're all black. You can't tell what's what. There's just really no way to find any value in them, or find the valuable ones and pull them out. The great thing with these, they're white. They stand out. You can see them. If you see them in a stack, pull them out, and you can usually make some money on them. It really depends on what they are, but a lot of them, $10 easy. Some of them will go for more. Just look them up if you see one, but they're always easy to find because they stand out from all the other chargers that are out there. And the other ones that are kind of interesting are this older one. This has the big Apple logo on it, and well, you can't really see, there it is, you can see it. The big Apple logo on it. This is a puck charger that goes to that laptop I showed you earlier. These are valuable if you find them. Sometimes they're colored. So yeah, look for the Apple accessories too. Just anything, if it's got an Apple logo on it, pick it up. Probably valuable.